Hey everyone, Zoraz here from Not Casuals, making a quick video about patch 1.3. The official event stuff is now online in your game, so you can go into your event page and see everything. Now, I'm not going to make a 20 minutes video talking about every single aspect because there is a shit ton of stuff here. There's so many events, a lot of different phases, a lot of different rewards. You can look at all of it. It's obviously going to be pretty great, but none of it is new, as we all knew this was coming from the live stream, and we have covered it in depth in other videos as well. Now, what I want to talk about is the characters that are coming. Now, the banners is really what I'm interested in. So we have a confirmation on Xiao's banner and his 4-star characters, as well as we have Keqing's banner and her 4-star characters. So now when we're looking at Xiao's banner, you can see that it will be starting on the 17th after version 1.3's update, and it will be lasting all the way up until Keqing's banner starts, which is again on the 17th, and that is until the 2nd of March. So that is another 2 weeks. Now there's 2 weeks missing from the game. We don't know what's going to happen on those 2 weeks. Well, we kind of know. If you go here in the version 1.3 notice and you scroll all the way down, here it goes. More character event wishes to follow during version 1.3. Now, if that is not Hu Tao, I do not know who that is, but I'm pretty damn sure that this means that Hu Tao is going to be confirmed here. Now, of course, it is speculative and we could be seeing other things, but Hu Tao is the only other character currently being tested in the beta servers. She's being tested by a few people only, but she is guaranteed being tested, I can tell you this. And on top of that, it's written in red. This is the color of Paro. Like, it's Hu Tao. Come on, Hu Tao is coming in 1.3 starting in March. It makes perfect sense with our previous theory that they were not putting Hu Tao in February because they don't want to clash with the Lantern and Chinese New Year festival. Of course, being that it would be bad luck to put a character related to death and funeral during that time. But in March, when this banner would be coming, it would have anything to do with that anymore and would be completely fine. So we are pretty damn sure that we will be seeing Xiao for 2 weeks, and then we'll be seeing Keqing for 2 weeks, and then we'll be seeing Hu Tao for 2 weeks. Now, these 2 weeks banner are a little bit weird. It gives you a little bit less time to save up, but as many people are going to skip the Keqing banner anyway, you still have pretty much all the time you need to save up for our one and only waifu, Hu Tao, the goddess of looking good. Now, talking also about the weapon banner quickly, this is going to be the first weapon banner. Now, this weapon is best in slot for Xiao, or at least one of the best weapons by far. And this weapon is going to be probably really good on someone like Jean or someone like Keqing as DPS. So this is going to be a pretty good banner if you look for this weapon. Now, I am not a big fan of this one myself, though the effect on it seems really good. As we've talked about it before, it would technically be giving something like 20% HP and attack increase based on the amount of HP your character has. So it could have very, very interesting builds to be made with this. We'll have to see exactly what it looks like when it comes out. Now, if we go back to the version update notice, if you go all the way down here as well, it will talk about the new weapons. Now, here is officially announced that the Staff of Homa, which is a 5-star polearm we've covered in many videos already, and it is one of the most strong and most OP weapon that I've ever seen in my life, as well as the Lithic Spear and the Lithic Blade are coming. Now, it says that the Lithic Spear, Staff of Homa, and the Lithic Blade will be appearing in future event wishes. Now, the Staff of Homa is Hu Tao's weapon, both by lore and by looks and by stats. Everything on it is made for Hu Tao. It's an amazing weapon for Hu Tao, and it will be most likely at the same time as her banner because that would be what makes the most sense, but we'll have to see for sure when it comes out. Now, the Staff of Homa also gives HP bonus as well as increases the attack of the character based on the HP that they have, but on top of it, it also has an effect that increases that bonus of attack by an additional amount if the character is lower than 50% HP, which is exactly kind of how Hu Tao is built in her kit as well. So it is going to be obviously an amazing weapon. Might also be one of the best in slot weapons for Zhongli, and possibly very, very good for Xiao as well. So this is going to be really the one polearm, the power creep polearm, the best polearm in the game, probably by far. Once it comes out, it's going to be amazing. Now, for those of you who don't know what the Lithic Spear and Lithic Blades are, we've talked about it in a video as well, where it's basically a new type of weapon that will give a buff based on how many characters in your party come from Liyue, the region, in their lore. So the buff is a percentage of attack and crit rate bonus. So if you have 4 characters in your party that come from that area, you gain something like pretty significant. I think 40% attack and 20-something% crit rate. So that is very, very good. It's going to be very good weapons if you have the characters to make it work, but it will be pretty shitty weapons if you don't. So we'll have to look exactly what they are like when they come out, but it's going to be pretty good weapons, and they're 4-star weapons, so much more accessible for everybody to get. Now, as the banners, of course, Xiao is going to be coming with Diona, Xinyan, and Beidou, all amazing characters. These two obviously have been new characters, the newest 4-stars in the game right now. Diona is probably one of the best C6 character healer in the game. Beidou, an amazing support, and Xinyan, an insanely powerful DPS character, as well as a very good support, but you need some constellations to make her really, really shine. So this is going to be, in all, an insanely valuable banner that I really recommend pulling on if you're interested in Xiao, of course, as he will also be most likely very strong. Now, for the Keqing banner, it's a little bit sad because Keqing is kind of meh for most people unless you already have her and built her. But Barbara also kind of like one of the worst characters in the game because she makes you wet, meaning that you will be frozen all the time in some of the levels that have a lot of frozen effects. But Ningguang and Bennett are some of the best 4-star characters as well, Bennett being probably the best 4-star character in the game. So it's a pretty tough banner. I'm not going to pull on it, of course, but I would say that it's kind of worth it if you really need those 4 stars, but I mean, we'll have to see. Now, for Hu Tao's banner, we are thinking that we might be seeing Qinshu, Razor, and Chongyun. Those are the ones that would make the most sense, so we'll have to see. But in any case, it is pretty much now confirmed that at least we're going to see another banner at the end of 1.3, and most likely that will be Hu Tao's banner. And if it's not Hu Tao, then it would be a rerun of Zhongli because they have buffed him pretty heavily. If you look down here, it has a list of all the buffs that they have given to Zhongli, and it is pretty damn nuts. It is pretty much what we had already been announced before, where the biggest change, in my opinion, is that when you hold E, you will also be summoning a pillar on top of shielding yourself, as well as you will be gaining a lot of your max HP in additional damage. Like for your normal attack, you gain 1.39% of your max HP as damage, as well as 1.9 for the Lapidus stone thing. So all in all, Zhongli is going to also probably become one of the best DPS in the game right now. So it's going to be very interesting. There's not that much content in 1.3, but there's a lot of changes that will change the way the things that we currently have work. So it's going to be very interesting. There's also tons of stuff here, that all of which have been announced before, but there's more details about it, so I encourage you to read up on it and check it out. But as the game comes out with 1.3, we will obviously be seeing it in game, and we'll be able to make videos showcasing you exactly how it works if you have any questions. So that's about it, guys. Thank you for watching. Let me know, are you gonna wait for Hu Tao in 4 weeks, or are you going for Xiao? What are you pulling on? Are you going for Keqing's banner? What are you thinking about all of it? Let me know in the comments below, and make sure to come and join our Discord, as we're going to have pretty exciting giveaways coming out with 1.3 as well for our streams on Twitch. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.